beautiful day in late August. I'm cooking dinner for my partner, who's on a bike ride. And we had had an argument a few days prior, so I feel kind of giddy, like, oh, I'm, making out and going to surprise him with dinner. At 8:09, I suddenly feel an immense amount of sadness in my chest. And I have to sit down and actually say out loud, God, why do I feel so sad? I think about it a little bit, and I don't really think too much more, and I just keep cooking. And then at 8:47, is this moving? At 8:47, I call him and say, hey, I'm going to start to eat without you because I'm hungry, and I'm also kind of worried. Like, where are you? Could you please call me and let me know where you are? And when are you coming home? So as I'm eating and kind of hanging out that evening, my auditory senses are like on high alert because every time somebody walks by, I'm like, is that him? Is that him?
I'll take care of it.
Okay. Is this counting towards my story?
Yes.
Is it him?
Yeah.
Is it him? Is it him? It's not. So I start to Google how to report a loved one missing. And I'm very grateful for one comment that somebody wrote that said, do not wait 24 hours. That is a myth. So much can happen in just a few short hours. So as soon as you know your loved one is missing, make that phone call. So at 11:07, I call the police. She tells me, call 303-441-4444. I call that number and I get Richard Peebles. He's the Boulder County Sheriff because he was supposedly outside of Lyons on his bicycle. And that's, you need to call the Sheriff's Department, not the police. So he very calmly asks me very important questions like how much does he weigh, how tall is he, of which I knew the answers and I didn't know that I actually knew how much he weighed and how tall he was. What kind of car is he driving and what trail is he on? Well, actually, I think he's at Hall Ranch, but I'm not sure. You might want to check there. Well, what trailhead is he at? I didn't know there were two options. So he just said, I'll go to the one that seems more popular. I think about 45 minutes later, he gives me a call. Meanwhile, I'm just waiting. Like, what do you do while you're waiting for, that kind of phone call? I go to Facebook. I'm looking up friends' photos on Facebook. That's the only time I really do that. So I finally get a call back from him at, I think, about 12:15. Or no, I think at this point in time, it's 1:15, actually. So I'd done a lot of waiting. And it wasn't him, it was actually somebody from dispatch saying, he's breathing, he's lucid, he's talking. I said, what? He's breathing, he's lucid, he's talking. I said, well, what happened? They said, that's all the information we have. So he'll call you when he's off the trail and headed to the hospital. Another hour goes by. I'm waiting, thinking, what did you do? Or what happened? So I get a call again, it's like 2 in the morning by this time, and they say, please go to Longmont Hospital. Michael wants you to meet him there. So I put on my pants, I grab my purse, I don't think about anything else, because in my state of shock, I'm thinking, well, he just broke both of his legs, right? That's why he can't walk off the trail. So I go to the hospital, and they escort me into this tiny little room. It's like half the size of the stage, and I knew it was bad when the nurse said to me, you need to call your friend Linda, who was waiting up to hear, because somebody needs to be here with you. And that's when she proceeded to tell me, your partner severed his neck at C4 and C5. He severed his spinal cord and broke his neck. He's most likely going to be a quadriplegic for the rest of his life. How do you take that in? I think I'm still taking that information in almost every day. So I finally get to see Michael. It's about 7:30 and I'm prepping him for surgery and all these people are around and he looks at me and he's lying on this table and they're getting him ready and he has dust from the trail on him still and I say that to him and the first thing he says to me behind the oxygen mask is, I'm really fucked up! yes, you are. And it's at that moment that I feel this wall that just comes up. It just goes like, and it like separates me. And it's like, that's my old life and this life and the life that we're coming into. And I just want to tear it apart and I want to tear this reality down. I still want to tear this wall down. I also say, because of what the nurse had said to me, I said, honey, you don't have to choose this life if you don't want to. Don't choose it just for me. I love you, I love you, I love you. And they took him away. Another friend of mine was there and I just said, just sit on me and wake me up. Please, wake me up from this dream. And she said, honey, this is real. And I wailed and I made sounds I've never heard myself make sense. This is where I always pause and go, what do I say now? 2 years later, it still really sucks. And I call this story the weirdest wedding ever because at 8:09, when I heard Michael's call, and it wasn't like that, when I heard the call, and I got the ball rolling for somebody to come and help, that is when we committed to each other. Because this love is what saved us.
Thank you, Beth.